Good morning, I'm Kane Brandist, and here I'm to present my grime concept magazine, Wagwan. Before deciding on the title Wagwan, I came up with 3 concept titles which are all related to music. As you can see, check 1, 2, I didn't choose that as I believe it's too vague for the music genre, whereas Wagwan was specific to grime music. Why Wagwan? Well, I chose Wagwan as it is a slang term used frequently in the grime industry, and it would be familiar to many listeners. The term Wagwan means hello, which would be inviting for the audience to read our magazines, and our title contains the number 1, which suggests we are the market leaders. These are a few fun ideas that I came up with when picking the title, but obviously, as you can see in the top left, that is the one I went for, as I believe the spacing with the letters made it easily recognisable on the shelf. These are our aims, and our main aim is to provide the hottest magazine within the industry and educate readers on the ins and outs of the up-and-coming genre grime. We also our main desire is to make sure readers come back every month, whether it's subscription or casual readers. These are a few ideas for print content, however we look to develop more ideas when we go further into production. But we're looking to collaborate with some of the hottest artists in grime, whether that be interviews or just a bit of basic history on the artist, and also articles on the genre itself. How are we different? Well, we set to offer fresh, unknown content to the market, and we also set to release exclusive podcasts for subscribers in an online magazine once every 3 months. Obviously, we are aware of rivals in the market, and the 3 main competitors are Rewind, Enemy and Guap. I've researched how they market their product and how they create their magazines. I've took all that into consideration when making Wagwan. This is the frequency, so our magazine is going to be released on the 1st of every month, costing £3.50 for general sale. This is a few figures for our costing and budget. Obviously, in our first year, we're not looking to break even, let alone make a profit. However, in the first year, we're just solely focusing on increasing our subscriber base and making a good, loyal customer base for going into our 2nd year, where hopefully we can break even. Obviously, one of the main sources of revenue for a magazine is the advertising. I've looked at companies that have worked and collaborated with grime artists in the past. Red Bull run a yearly series on their YouTube channel called Grime Aside, where they take the hottest grime artists, current hottest grime artists, and they just have a rap battle. I know of a few grime artists such as Bugsy Malone, which has released his own line of clothing in JD. And also I know that Stormzy is signed and sponsored by Adidas. Here's a look at average Wagwan reader. We're set to target the C1, C2D side of the social demographic. And our median age is 22, but our age ranges from 15 to 45. And this is just a stereotypical reader for Wagwan magazine, someone who's passionate about the genre and looking to grow it just as much as Wagwan is. Other perks, so subscription is going to cost £35 a year, which means there are 2 issues. You get 12 issues for the price of 10. Every 3 months, like I said, subscribers exclusive. There will be a code once entering the website to access the podcast. Obviously, from the start, we will release a fully functioning website, and if the demand's high enough for online readers, we will release an app where it offers all the same features as the website, but it's just there's a few more exclusives, such as extra interviews and extra perks that you can't see on that. Any questions?
Brilliant, great pitch, Kane. Great idea for a new music magazine. I guess the first question would be just about the genre itself. So, A-Line Productions obviously want to be a reputable conglomerate, and quite a lot of where the genre you've chosen, grime, quite a lot of negative stereotypes to do with the genre, be it to do with violence, maybe sexualisation, drugs. How would Wagwan kind of combat that to make sure the magazine and our company stay reputable?
We want to create a movement, obviously showing grime for what it actually is, not the negative stereotypes given by people who aren't necessarily involved with the genre or have nothing about it. There'll be sections in our magazine where we offer the history of grime and actually show it for what it is, not for what people perceive it to be.
Okay. And how might you use other media platforms, like social media, for example? Do you have any ideas about how one could interact with his audience to keep people interested?
So we are hoping, well, we will have social media pages where we will boost and hopefully grow our magazine in that way. We'll also create synergies with like artists, grime artists,
okay.
like reach out to them, see if they're willing to just promote our magazine, and also using like different medias for mainline production and work with them to offer like discounted advertisement or sort out some sort of deal where we can both promote our medias just in different platforms.
Okay, so obviously using successful artists, one of the key important things we feel to keep an audience coming back is involving them. So for example, seeing comments, their own comments published, or perhaps them getting involved in the competition. Do you have any ideas for how we can keep readers involved with the magazine?
Oh, definitely. So there'll be a poll on our social media where we offer to the audience who they believe they're the best artists is of that specific month, and also like they can see that we're going to offer a page where they can look at like what's hot or not, like streetwear.
Okay.
Obviously grime's quite a underground culture, so it's often perceived with tracksuits and like fresh shoes, trainers. So we're going to offer like what's hot or not, so the readers always feel like they can turn to us for advice on what's hot.
And last question, have you considered any legal requirements when starting up a new magazine?
Legal requirements are something I've considered. I've made sure, well, I'm going to make sure that the brand Wagwan is trademarked. However, I am aware of a London-based record label called Wagwan. However, I believe it shouldn't be a problem because it's spelled different and it's a total different type of media.
Brilliant, so that's something that we perhaps should look into.
That's something I'll develop and look at for producing.
Great. And sorry, one more question. If you just justify the price for me, so you chose, was it £2?
£3.50.
Okay. And
for general sale.
And why did you choose that price?
Well, it was at a price which wasn't too expensive, but also wasn't too cheap because I wanted to target kind of a broader range of people. So that's why we chose the C1, C2, D side.
Yeah.
It's kind of like, because realistically, I don't believe that many upper class people take an interest in grime. I'm not saying they wouldn't purchase the magazine, but it's not something.
Do you feel the price point is something that we could potentially negotiate then with, if we're looking at that lower class of people, if it wasn't successful at maybe £3.50, reducing that?
If sales were not very high due to the price, I'd be more than willing to lower it to a suitable price range.
Brilliant. Okay, thank you very much.